You know, we don't often talk about kidney cancer in these sessions, but it's a disease that affects about 60,000 patients a year in the U.S. Many patients with kidney cancer will evolve to have metastatic disease, principally would spread to the lungs, lymph nodes, and other organs, and it causes a significant toll, about 15,000 deaths per year. Now, the prognosis for advanced kidney cancer has actually improved markedly over the past decade thanks to the advent of targeted therapy. What we've seen is an improvement in median survival from about 1 year more than a decade ago to closer to about 3 years at this point in time. And that's really on account of the drug-based therapies that we're using in this disease. Now, one of the practices that we've really held to is even in the context of patients with advanced disease who have spread to the lungs, liver, and other sites, we've been removing the kidney, but admittedly this isn't based on a very high level of evidence until now. What I will say is that this clinical practice is based largely on surveys of national data repositories and data banks performed by investigators like myself and many others. And what we've shown in these retrospective studies is that there seems to be benefit with this approach. But again, the highest bar is what Dr. Mejean has presented, and that's a randomized prospective clinical trial. What he's done is he's firmly demonstrated, in my opinion, that in the context of the targeted therapy sunitinib, there doesn't necessarily seem to be a need to remove the kidney in patients with advanced and metastatic disease. He's really sort of flipped the existing paradigm that we have in the management of advanced kidney cancer in this regard. But what I will say is that we need to take these results with a grain of salt because the treatment landscape for advanced kidney cancer is evolving very rapidly. In January of this year, we had the approval of cabozantinib, which is a multi-kinase inhibitor that may potentially obviate treatments like sunitinib that was the base of this particular clinical trial. Perhaps even more of an evolution has taken place since then with the approval of nivolumab and ipilimumab, a dual immunotherapy regimen for advanced kidney cancer that happened in mid-April of this year. And again, I think in the context of these newer therapies, we may potentially have to go back to the drawing board once again and assess the relevance of removing the primary tumor in this case. Thank you.
Thank you, Monty. Just one other comment I wanted to offer that occurs to me listening to this study and the Taylor-X study, both of which were designed as non-inferiority trials. There's been a lot of discussion in the press recently about this issue of small trials and big trials, and do we really need big trials anymore, and things of that sort. You can't answer questions like this with small trials. These are questions and trial designs that require large numbers of patients to produce the definitive results that you've seen. And there are many other kinds of questions that you can answer with small trials, and the whole issue of the trial size and the trial design really is driven by the objectives of the study. So I just wanted to put that out there to you because I think these are great examples where large trials with large numbers of patients have produced very definitive results.